I've freelanced articles for military defense tech magazines and hustled my way into covering exercises and things like that. And the Marines were funny in a kind of stupid angry way, yeah? Nothing exciting. I once covered an amphibious landing exercise and showed up at a checkpoint in the middle of a rainforest at 7 a.m. because that's where the PIO said to be. No PIO, but there were 2 Marines in some shitty guardhouse. I asked, "Is this where?" and immediately heard back, "We don't fucking know, sir." Also standing around watching the AAVs come to shore later near a group of Marine officers, and occasionally seeing some of them glance at me like they wanted to kill me. The Marines I've interacted with were more crazy than stupid. Lots of poor life choices and poor impulse control. They also had a stick up their ass about being a Marine. Yes, they are. We got a safety brief when arriving to Kandahar Air Force Base to stay away from the sewage pond. This was because 2 Marines bet each other which one could swim across it first. I watched Marines try to lift an M1000 trailer that had an Abrams tank on it with just a single HEMMT. They broke the chains immediately, and when one of them snapped, it whipped the Marine in the head and cracked his Kevlar in 2. My first day at Camp Leatherneck, I saw 2 Marines in full kit riding a 2-seater bicycle on the shittiest gravel road. I had a couple Marine passengers. While stopped at a convoy halt, some Afghan kid stole a loose spare tire. One of the Marines chased down this kid, drugged the kid and rolled the tire back to the truck, then screamed at him to apologize to my sergeant multiple times. And he obviously didn't know English. I love those crazy bastards. TLDR, Marines are the retarded bastard children we all fucking love. I watched a Marine almost hang himself at the JBSA Lackland bus stop by getting his lanyard stuck on a beam he was hanging from to do pull-ups. The Marines are good, the most solid guys you'll ever work with. The Marine Corps is deeply retarded. I have one from when I was in AIT and we shared a DFAC with Ordnance Marines. Be me, EDAT only DFAC I've ever seen that was so bad it actually made people sick. Sit down at table next to Marines. Hear a Marine say to his buddy unironically, "This is the best food I've ever had while I've been in the military." At that moment I understood why Marines ate crayons. Most crayons are non-toxic and at least won't get you physically sick. I wanted to cry and tell him, "It'll be okay. It's only at most 7-ish more years. It does get better. Do not mock Marines. Pity them. The Army treats its soldiers like shit at times, but it's still better than the Marine Corps/Navy treats their Marines. Do not M." I've been to that exact DFAC at Fort Lee, and the chow was fine. Loved the salad bar. Also, they had those little boxes of cereal. Chow at 29 Palms was genuinely great. I can see why they might say that after eating boot camp packed ham sandwiches. Yeah, we were rotating out of our deployment back in 2010. We just spent a long year in Kandahar and were sitting at KAF waiting for our ride to one of the other stands. Or maybe Kuwait. This was 15 years ago. As we were waiting, there was a platoon of Marines also waiting to rotate out. A couple buddies and I spent an hour or 2 bullshitting with them, swapping war stories and lies. It was super comfy. Marines are cool. Euro, I actually found them very honorable and good to deal with. The finest Americans I have known, and I don't rate the rest highly either. Did 6 years in the Corps, hated every minute of it, but had some fun with the boys. Got in trouble for doing combatives on the drill floor unattended. Camped on a hill doing retrans over a week. It got real dumb up there. Hid my buddy's rifle right before the NCOs arrived. He got smoked. It was funny. He got the rifle back. Platoon sergeant woke the whole fucking pit up at 2 a.m. in February in the field because Private Fuckhead couldn't be found. We sat in the cold and mud for 2 hours while the NCOs were looking for that retard. It fucking sucked. Loaded and unloaded a quad-con 7 times back-to-back because our staff sergeant was a fucking retard and couldn't read his own fucking packing list. Had the usual weekend safety brief of no guys in girls' rooms, no booze in the barracks, and don't rape anyone. Following Monday, everyone gets in trouble because some of the whoops had a party in their room, and one of the dudes got shit-faced and raped one of them. Whole company get yelled at by a female mahor for shitting in the same broken toilet for a month. The shit pile was so high it peaked over the edge. Whole company had to clean one fucking bathroom inside a single wide trailer out in the desert mid-December. There's more I can't remember. That's just the highlight reel. Was Private Fuckhead ever found? Well, he was here to post about it, so I guess so.